The Leafs go out there last night and take care of business. Obviously, I was going to do the video last night, but got home from the Penn State football game, which whiteout Penn State is some sort of atmosphere. Incredible stuff. 110,000 people going absolutely bananas. It's just an incredible day all around. Got home. It's been cold it was cold all day yesterday, so I just got home and I was just like, yeah, I'm doing this tomorrow. I'm so dead. So, the Leafs do win it, though. 4-1 over the Montreal Canadiens last night at Scotiabank Arena, winning now 3 in a row, and they win both sides of the back-to-back, as, let's be honest, they should do. And that's something that we haven't been able to say recently. You look at teams like Columbus, and you're like, okay, we got to beat these guys. And, you don't. But they went out there yesterday, and yet again, the special teams. 2 more power play goals and a shorty, and the Leafs beat the Habs. I mean, great stuff. I know you got all the Habs in game 1 of the season. We got shut out by Sam Montembeault, and everyone's like, oh, of course, that's how it works, right? First game of the year, Habs fans got all horned up for their new team and whatnot. And then that Habs team that we saw today, that's pretty pathetic stuff, man. That team is putrid. They've been bad for quite a few years now, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. That team is really bad to watch. And especially watching David Savard continue to cross-check Max Domi all game and then kind of punch him in the back of the head. And then Domi's like, all right, let's get the flippers off and start fighting. And you decide not to. Giving you the Radko Gudas treatment where he's just a big puss. And oh, by the way, he's about half your size, David Savard. So I thought that was pretty funny stuff. But let's get into the goals themselves. Because in the first period, Connor Timmins tries to get it around Josh Anderson, kind of flubs it a little. I think he flubbed the shot initially, spins around, is able to avoid Josh Anderson, walks down Broadway. Again, no Canadian comes out to attend to him whatsoever. I think he fires it off, like it was stopped by Montembeault, off the defender and in. Connor Timmins has his first goal of the year, Benoit and Ryan Reeves. Boy, that's a combo. Getting the first goal of the game for the Leafs there. And I got to say, Connor Timmins has been really good, man. You guys, if you watch my videos in the past, you know when I talked about Connor Timmins, points-wise is always great for him. Gets a lot of points, all good stuff. But defensively, nightmare fuel. Well, he's been significantly better this season. On the defensive side of the puck, you haven't seen him much. When have you heard, oh my God, this guy's got to get scratched, right? We're not having that. Look at the conversations we had last year with TJ Brody. It's like, boy. Or the Justin Hall conversations, right? You're waiting for that. And we all know Yanni Hakanpää was on the way, so we're like, it is what it is. But quietly, Connor Timmins hasn't been that bad, right? He's got 1 goal he's got 4 points in 14 games. He's a +5 for the Leafs. Playing 16 minutes a night, he's been fine. So like what we're seeing there, they lead at 1-0 after 1 period of play. Shots were 7-2 Leafs. The Habs had 2 freaking shots in the first period. Outstanding period. We go to the second. And the power, like I mentioned earlier, the power play just keeps on rolling here. Let me just get it to you guys. Yeah, again, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Habs being a pretty pathetic team. Willie Nylander picks it about the circle, the hash marks of our own net. Okay? In front of Joe Woll on the power play. So let me get this highlight for myself here. So he spins around, goes up the right side, gets into the middle of the ice. Again, no one's pressured him. Inside their blue line, quick cut to the middle, scores. Like, literally no pressure from the 4 Habs on the ice. Pathetic defense. And the Leafs lead 2-0, I guess. Nylander's goal on the power play is by Matthew Nice and Morgan Riley, I guess, technically. But, at 5:39 of the second period, Leafs are up 2-0. 3 minutes after that, Leafs are shorthanded, and great job from David Kampf to chip it off the boards. And Mitch Marner chips it on the defender, and I can't remember who it was, wipes out. And he got Marner and David Kampf on a 2-on-1. Marner gives it to Kampf and doesn't shoot it. And I bet you, if that puck doesn't go in, everyone's losing their shit, right? Either Marner shoot the puck or David Kampf rip the damn puck. But instead, the patience from David Kampf. Marner comes down the left side. Beautiful little pass to David Kampf. Gets Montembeault a bite enough to get it back to Mitch Marner, who can fly away from the net. Goes right towards it. What did we talk about? It was in the last game where Marner scored that 1 goal in tight to the net. Don't just pass it up or take your first shot and turn to the corner. No! Get at the net. There might be a rebound. And he goes right to the front of the net. Kampf gives it back to him to bury it into the empty cage. Marner shorthanded from David Kampf at 8:24, and the Leafs lead at 3-0, and they're just full-on dominating the Montreal Canadiens. Now, Brendan Gallagher scores one. I think he, excuse me, guys. I think he bats it out of midair at 9:26 in the power play. Made a 3-1 game. He's hyped, I guess. Sure, good for him. And then 3 minutes after that, Leafs get yet another power play. And Tavares kind of flubs the shot. Who is it that passed it to him in the middle? Marner, right? And again, the Wi-Fi here ain't great. So, anyways, he flubs the shot. It's blocked by 71. Is that Evans or Struble? I don't know who the hell it was. But then he gets it again and then fires it high glove. Beats Sam Montembeault to make it a 4-1 Leafs lead. And they didn't look back. Defensively, they locked it down. Outshot the Habs 12-9 in the second period when the game was meaningful. Then they outshot us 12-8 in the third, sure. 27-21 for the game. Job done. Right? Leafs dominate the faceoff dot, winning 35-27 there. Special teams-wise, they were 1 for 2 in their power play, but Leafs were 2 for 4. And all of a sudden, the power play can't stop scoring. It's remarkable stuff. They out-hit the Habs. They outshot the Habs. And Joseph Woll was in that. And this is, I think, the conundrum, a very good one that the Leafs are in right now. We all love Anthony Stolarz right now, right? He's 6'6" goaltender, making all the saves, the saves he's supposed to make, and sprinkling in some really good ones as well. And then you got Joe Woll, the guy who single-handedly got you, well, not single-handedly, but did a very, very big important job of getting this Leafs team to Game 7 last year against the Boston Bruins before he got hurt. And then he played today, 1 goal and 21 shots. Did the Leafs play well in front of him? Absolutely. Did he make some big saves? He did. I thought he was good. You have 2 goaltenders right now that you really trust. And that is not a bad problem to have whatsoever. And they seem to like each other. I think a couple games ago in the shutout where they had Woll and Stolarz had the belt picked together, right? Like, you got to have the good vibes between those two, and it definitely seems to be there. All right, key players today. Marner, goal and assist, a +1, he had 5 shots on net. Love it. Nylander, goal and assist, 7 shots on goal. Tavares had a goal, had 6 shots on net. The big boys were firing. Obviously, still no Austin Matthews. The Leafs keep winning. It just seems to happen that way. But they're playing some really good hockey. Right, Connor Timmins with a goal and a +1. Benoit, Kampf, Reeves, Nyes, and Riley all had assists on the goals today. They all picked up points. And more importantly, the Leafs have won 3 in a row. They're, 9-5-2 now on the season. And they're feeling good, right? Winning both sides of the back-to-back. You can never go wrong with that. The next game for this Leafs squad is not until Tuesday, as they host the Ottawa Senators in the Battle of Ontario, I guess. How did the Sens do? They had a pretty decent start to the year. They've fallen back. They're 7-7 in their last 10 games. They beat Boston in overtime. Was last night? Okay, so that's good. Thank you, Ottawa. That's really nice of you. Standings, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. It's too early for that stuff. But regardless, Leafs fans, we're feeling good. 3 in a row onto facing Ottawa at home on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at Scotiabank Arena, right? So, you know what, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game last night, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from last night's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and, of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys very shortly, Raptors edition, as they won a perfect tanking game. We'll talk about that very shortly. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're back in action Tuesday, as we mentioned, as they host the Ottawa Senators at Scotiabank Arena at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game last night. Talk to you guys then.